Hello everybody, my name is Retroliser.
And I'm Total Refund.
And of course, well, it's nice to have you back, although you're probably not going to enjoy this. This is, well, part 2 of Turnabout Samurai. And,
oh, cool.
Yes, and of course I've gone and skipped past the first investigation, which was done in the last part.
Okay, so, what have I missed?
Maya is officially a weeaboo. The person that we have is an individual who is a cross between Austin Powers and, well, in fact, actually, here's
Will Powers.
Will, he's a mixture between Austin Powers and Wolverine. Look at that.
Well, sure.
Fucking beautiful. He also plays a live-action role in an anime. It's sort of anime live-action cross kind of thing.
That's not an anime then.
No, but you know, it's that kind of thing where it's got the
It's
entire
just over the top and Japanese.
Indeed, and also just as a side note, the translation for the title is what was it? The Steel Samurai of Neo Oldie Tokyo. So New Old Tokyo. Neo Oldie Tokyo. Yes. Just let that one sink in for a few seconds.
You fucking what, M8?
I know, but anyway. The prosecution is naturally ready and we have ourselves Eggworm at the stand.
Hasn't he given up yet?
No, he only got beaten once, and that was the first time in X amount of years. Right, the prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer. Gotta love these names. It's Studio 1 of Global Studios. Bear in mind there are only 2 studios at this studio.
So, it could just be called Studio A and B.
Well, actually, here's a floor plan, a guide map for you. That is the entirety of the studio.
That must be a very, very small time recording industry then.
Indeed, since it's just Studio 1 and Studio 2 with a place for rehearsals. Also, they have really shit security in the form of some old woman.
Is that it?
Yeah, pretty much. Who actually doesn't even appear until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And they start work at 9 in the morning. But anyway, he would like to move on to your testimony. The prosecution may call its first witness. We're going to hear from Detective Gumshoe.
Not again.
Yes, again. He's right here.
Detective?
Yes, Detective. If you could briefly describe this shit. He has the guide map too. Right, to understand the case, it's important to grasp the layout, which is this. This here is the employee area where people go to do shit. For example, a run-through of the action scenes. Also, that black room there, the dressing room, is apparently where our client was sleeping for the entirety of the crime. And yet they claim that the crime itself occurred in Studio 1.
How does that work?
I don't know. Apparently he was seen by a security camera heading towards that location. Which isn't technically true.
Well, let's see the footage then, please.
Well, it's not actually footage. It's an automatic camera, a still image of someone walking by. As soon as someone walks by, a still image is taken. This is the photo in question.
That's not clear enough.
Well, basically, if you want to know what that is a picture of the Steel Samurai.
That doesn't look like a studio to me.
Well, that's because, as you can see here, it's a wooded area. And basically this camera is right there and it takes a picture of this guy who was right there in the middle.
What time was it taken?
The timestamp states that this was taken at 2 p.m. Time of death is at 2:30.
Takes him half an hour to fucking walk there?
I know, I mean, Studio 1 is just over there, which is, you know, quite amusing. This is where it occurred. Right there. Chalk outline and everything. Now, on the day of the murder, there were only 3 people. That is not technically true. That is, okay. And a young woman, the production assistant. That's not true. There's a 4th, which is the security lady. Which, no, I'm not falling for that bullshit. In fact, here's a look at her in all her glory. And she's so old that we can't even get an accurate age on her.
She's probably one of those people that goes, "How old do I look, love?"
Either that, or she just states that, you know, well, she's that kind of person who just states that everybody's wrong except her. So, after lunch, the victim went to... Wait a second. Just a minute. I've noticed something. Right, taken at the October 15th, 2 p.m, photo number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2, which means when the camera was activated, which was at 1 p.m, 2 people went by that security gate. And yet we only have...
First?
The first one, the data for it was deleted.
Suspicious.
Indeed, either that or the security lady will turn around and say, "Oh, these newfangled computers, I'm so sorry." But anyway, at 1 p.m, the security guard lady got to the guard station and then switched on the camera. That camera is only switched on when she arrives at 1 p.m. Anybody before that can just go in willy-nilly.
So someone went in before?
Yes, which I assume would be Jack Hammer, because they stated that the victim went there after lunch and then the security lady arrived, so he is not... So, in theory, he is not photo number 1, which means there's another person who we are unaware of at this time. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. I mean, look at that hole in his chest.
That's a big hole.
Indeed, apparently that's from the samurai spear. Also, here's a question. Who is this person?
That's the cleanup guy.
Cleanup guy.
Oh. For when you want to get someone to clean something up and the authorities not to know.
Yes, well, whoever it is certainly someone who is not on the list of witnesses. Because he's too fat enough. Well, he might be a she, can't see if he's well endowed or anything, like they normally are in these video games. But anyway, the samurai spear is what apparently was used to kill the bastard. The samurai spear. We don't have the samurai spear in our court record.
Well, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Just the defence stood there with a spear.
Let's skip it because we've already listened to this shit. We can easily remember that. Surely.
How? What?
Remember? I don't know. Who cares? Probably won't even mean anything anyway. Here we are. We have the samurai spear. Right. This case is quite simple if you ask one question. That question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Well, apparently she saw 2 people. She saw 2 people. Camera proves that. Right. Look at that. Fucking beautiful.
So, are we meant to hate this woman?
That apparently. Are you going to say something, bitch? Oh my god.
Let's take a moment to just...
absorb in this disgusting picture that we see before us. We have ourselves blue eyeshadow, pink blush, and bright red lipstick. Well, dark red lipstick.
On this sour old bitch.
On this sour old wench. Look at that. Oh my god. Refund.
She's a fucking cougar. She's a cougar.
She's already gagging for cock, and it's Edgeworths that she wants. Look at that. I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Yes. Oh shit. Just call me Grandma. That's gonna...
Oh god, that's far too...
Oh god, please don't hurl. That's where the controllers are. Oh dear. That is just bad.
God, no!
The sex must be so disgusting. Oh, Grandma. Yes. Take me. Ow!
What's up?
Ow! Stop throwing shit at me. Oh, fuck me. Already, she's gone off on a tangent. I object to the witness's talkativeness. The witness will refrain from rambling.
You've been charged with disrupting court by rambling.
Damn straight. Let's get to the testimony and see what this bitch has to say. Yesy, I was. Yesy, I was, dearie. Flaps hand like she's got, a dislocated wrist.
Or Parkinson's.
Oh, that put a smile on my face. Right, let's begin this shit. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Right. Onwards we go. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station. Yes, poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run through there since 9 AM. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. and was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30. Interesting to me because a certain man walked by right at 2. It was Powers, the man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. No, it was a picture of a person in a samurai costume. That's not proof of anything. That could be anybody. It could even be Hammer.
It could even be you. You did it, didn't you, Retro?
Shit.
You did it!
Oh no, I've been caught. Shit, how did you know? Notice me, senpai. I had some errands. Blah, blah, blah.
Wait.
What?
Wait. Go back.
Yeah.
And again.
Yes, what?
Who are the rest?
The rest consists of...
Press.
Okay. Well, they consist of, and I can actually tell you this as a fact, it's 2 people. At least. And the evil magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon and Witter. Doesn't actually tell us who was there. So, no, it doesn't actually tell us who it is, but I can actually tell you who was there. It was Hammer, the victim, our client, and a young lady named Penny Nichols, who is a production assistant. That is apparently the only 3 people that were there thus far.
Okay.
Even though, of course... Right, let's have a look. Wait a minute. Now, the murder happened at 2:30. It was Powers. That man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. Let me just press this just to make sure this is a good place to go. That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny. Yep. This is the only piece of evidence that we actually got.
Alright.
Which is this photograph that we stole. No word of a lie, we actually stole this photograph. Yes. Let me get this straight, old bag. Oof! Harsh words, harsh words. But well deserved. Yes, that's true. Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. Look at that! None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Oldie Tokyo. Told you. Ms. Old Bag. Miss Old Fag. Ms. Nutsack. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense? Yo, mama! Woo! Also, no, that is not Powers. Even Edgeworth can see the flaw in this bullshit. Well, I wonder. Yes, well. So, this is apparently a case that would go through with flying colours.
So, what?
Apparently, a picture of someone in a costume, unidentified, is proof enough of someone, you know, being a murderer.
Also, when Miss Oldbag said I wasn't born yesterday, that is plainly, painfully obvious.
Indeed. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof.
Go on then.
Go on, explain. Even Edgeworth is surprised. Yes, the witness. Yes. Oh God! It's a nightmare! It's a true nightmare!
Terrible demons!
Just terrible demons. Ouch! Look at those fucking eyes. There's no pupil left.
Itchy tasty.
Delicious. Spooky, scary skeletons. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. Well, it's true. Even detective knew that evidence was fucking useless. Old windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Yes, let's hear about what this apparently proves to be, you know, Mr. Powers. Mr. Powers. During the run-through, I saw Powers trip and fall. Okay, so what? He had an injury? He broke one of the props and it was a big mess. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now, look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. I would like to object there. Since this was in the presence of others, anybody could have actually gone and pretended to be Powers. Also, there's one small thing that I have as a quibble with this particular photo. See his trouser legs?
Yeah.
What the... Who has
They're
trousers...
far too long.
Who has trousers that fucking long?
That it doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit the guy there. And apparently... And if we get a picture... I think there isn't a picture of the samurai itself, but if you look at the picture, he wears boots. You can see the boots clearly. In fact, we could actually go and stop and watch part 6. This is part 7, yes?
Yes, it is.
Yes, well, if we were to go and stop and watch part 6, we get to see a really nice picture of the Steel Samurai, and it shows him boots on full display. I never say anything I don't mean. Fuck you, woman.
Press her on that.
Yes, press her, press her. Oh, okay. Hey, I haven't said anything. Sad face, single manly tear. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow, the up and up. Youth today, always whining, oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck me. I'm not even telling it to move on. Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the old bitch. Yes, I do believe he has. Fuck's sake. But anyway, let's have a look. I saw Powers trip and fall. Yes, okay. Trip and fall. He's actually expressing doubt on this. Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai, what a laugh. He's an actor. Actors don't need to be anything. Just good at pretend.
Good at playing.
Good at playing pretend. I kissed it where it hurt.
Let me just slobber all over your feet.
Just let me satisfy my foot fetish, Mr. Steel Samurai.
Yeah.
Yes, let's just skip over that part. Even the judge with his beard fetish that was revealed in case 2. I don't even. So, where was the assistant? Yes, where was she? She was cleaning up backdrops. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue. Yes, please do. The quicker we get rid of you, the better. Yes, which prop? Sure did. His own samurai spear. It was broken. The samurai spear was broken. Luckily, I was there with duct tape to fix it. I'm suddenly a bit perturbed. How does a person with
How do you not notice the fucking duct tape on it?
Indeed. You know, everybody's like, this is the samurai spear. It is certainly the murder weapon. You know,
It's broken. It wouldn't be able to be a murder weapon.
Indeed. It was strapped together with duct tape. Surely that would be noticeable, you know? Fuck's sake. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Yes, well. She just said his ankle was probably badly sprained, and then you're there saying, was his ankle sprained? Fuck's sake, Phoenix. You really do have wax in your ears, don't you? Anyway, at least she actually says that, you know. So, I think we've heard enough, haven't we, Your Honor?
No.
There's one thing that bothers me, which is, where is this Steel Samurai costume? We couldn't find it.
Yet we found...
The spear is here, but the costume's gone.
Yet we have the person who apparently did it. Calling bullshit.
Indeed. Although, if I remember correctly, here's what Will Powers once said happened. After after the accident, he went and had lunch, T-bone steak. Good choice, sort of. Personally, I prefer rump or sirloin because, you know, there's more meat than bone. He then went to his dressing room for a nap, woke up late at about 5:30 or so, and then went to Studio 1 without his costume, and was then accused of murder upon arrival. Which means that, therefore, someone stole the costume and disposed of it.
They're not very smart murderers because they would have just planted it back in his room.
Well, maybe. Although, where is it now? If it's not been found, and it's a really small studio...
Request a search of the dust bins.
Well, wouldn't they have searched there? The witness did see the Steel Samurai, and it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. Not true. I disagree. See, are you sure you're sure? Object to this shit. I have proof to the contrary. Exactly. Nowhere can we see Mr. Will Powers. Damn straight. If someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. See, at least the judge is, actually showing some brain cells today. Oh, hello. Will the witness continue her testimony? Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Right. Let's see what she has to say now. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30. Yes, that you stated that before. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. Not true. No one else went there. Not true. If they had, I would have seen them. You did, but you're lying. That's it.
Or rather mistaken.
Nah, not mistaken, because there was definitely a photograph. She would have had to see it before deleting it. Which is why it's a lie through and through. It's a lie! Yes, let's cross-examine and rub this in her face. In her ugly, fugly face. The time of poor Hammer's death, yes. The only person I saw, no. Let's just photograph. That was easy. Right. Hold on. Look at this photograph. On the back it states, photo number 2. Yes sirree, Sonny. So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. Yes, a single still image. Your head from a hole in the ground. I don't get it. Anyway. It's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security camera data. Yes. No, we do not want to work there. That very computer printed it out. Yes. I printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m. Yes, yes. Yes, that's... Well... Exactly... This is a bit convoluted, isn't it?
Oh, really?
Well, it's just... They're skirting the issue so much. But anyway. Exactly. Thank you. Shit me. What you mean by this, Mr. Wright? Fuck's sake, Judge. This evidence shows that not one but 2 people went to the studio. Well done. Oof. That's not true. Exactly, it fired twice. And that's what it would seem to mean. See, she's completely befuddled by this. I told you, I called it. I told you she'd fucking say that shit. Edgy boy, help.
Fucking edgy.
Edgy boy, help me. But believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Is it not obvious? The witness is clearly lying. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Oh, go fuck yourself, woman. Hello. Whippersnapper? She's had a flashback. That's right. I just remembered something. Oh joy, she not only has Parkinson's, but also Alzheimer's. Is there anything that's right with this woman?
No.
No, not really. A demon struck down with 2 of the worst diseases known to man. Right. Once again, we have a new testimony. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job. Yes, go through the photos and check them. I throw out any suspicious... Well, any... I throw out all suspicious photos.
And keep only the regular ones.
Yes. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out 1 photo. Well, naturally, because she's only just fucking remembered. Smart one, Edgy. Right. It's not a turn for the unexpected. I expected this. And apparently so did the weeaboo that we have as a companion. Oh, God. Right. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out blah, blah, blah. Come to think of it, I remembered. Yes.
Why?
Well, who in the heck was in that photo? A fanboy. Another weeaboo.
Fucking weeaboos.
Oh, God. For fanboy? What do you mean by this? Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. Pfft, harsh words. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. It's called the internet. You know, fucking 4chan. Everything's there. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. If you must know, there's a drain. It's true. There's a drain in the employee area right there. That kids...
How can someone fit through that?
Well, apparently that is big enough for a child to get through, even though I thought it was more on the lines of someone who's got jaundice and anorexia.
Dwarves can fit through.
Dwarves. Fucking dwarves. So yes, they come in through the fucking sewage system. That is how...
Sewer dwarves!
Sewer dwarves. I told you they were freaks.
The most fucking dangerous and elusive of all the little people.
What, sewer dwarves?
Sewer dwarves.
Box trolls. They're kids. Children whippersnappers. Fucking kids. It was a picture of a kid. It was a boy. Probably 2nd or 3rd grade. Well, if I remember correctly, each grade is equivalent to our state of having it as, you know, year 1 to 3.
Yeah.
So we're talking about someone who's in year 2 or 3, and that's about 8.
Yeah.
So apparently this is someone who could be a suspect. I don't believe that for a second.
Juvenile detention. Well, the outfit didn't fit.
The outfit didn't fit, but that was for an adult. And we're talking about someone who's 8 years old. This, you know...
Yeah. Did you see how far down the trousers went? Those went above a boot for a man.
But we're talking about, I mean... Let's just have a quick check. I mean... That's about a foot or so of length. We're talking about a child who's only just started school. And how tall are kids these days?
I don't know, you're probably looking about 3 or 4 foot.
3 or 4 foot. That's only about a foot in length. Because we've also got to consider the fact that it's got to drop down the length of the boot to then reach the floor before it starts trailing along the ground like that.
Yeah.
It also holding a spear at that height.
Yeah.
It's impossible that it could be this kid. It's fucking stupid. You saw 2 people. Yes. Come on, it is quite clear what fucking happened. Our client was asleep, the costume was stolen, and... Yeah, wait a minute. So who stole it? There's only one other person, and that's a woman. A woman who is fucking tiny. Age 18.
Tiny, you say?
She was quite small. We're talking about someone who is literally a fucking half pint.
No.
Yeah, well, at least it's ruled out this boy.
Maybe it wasn't a boy at all.
Oh?
Maybe she mistook that 18-year-old stagehand girl for a 2nd or 3rd grade boy.
Maybe. Although, how can you mistake a woman for a boy? She's 18. She will have, you know, breasts and everything. Although...
It's, I don't know, it might be a tomboy?
Possibility. Although, I mean, if we have a quick look at, you know, Penny Nichols, that certainly is not a tomboyish look. She's even got thicker glasses than you have. Those are 80s John Major kind of stuff that
I'm
you're
no
looking
fucking
at.
hipster. I don't have thick rimmed glasses, thank you.
No, I'm just referring to the fact that you can see them. They are literally the size of fucking dinner plates.
I know they're like Jupiter strapped to a face, but...
I mean, yours aren't like that. I want the defence and the prosecution to consider this new information. Considered. It's fucking stupid and a waste of time. Oh my god, there's an actual break because of this.
It's so mind-blowing.
We got a break. Also, this is our client. Look at him. Look at that manly chest hair too. Also, he's a fucking pussy. See? Look at that.
Why is he such a coward?
Because he is that. Remember, an actor is not a real person because they're good at pretend.
They're not real people.
They're not real people. All actors are not real people. They're just sort of figments of your imagination.
Neither are politicians.
Politicians are even faker. It doesn't look good. What do you mean it doesn't look good? Fuck's sake. Come on. I mean, there's still that guy, that person with the really disgusting, in fact, that actually is a third suspect for ourselves.
Oh.
Remember that picture of the evil magistrate, the victim, with a huge hole in his chest, and there was this fat fuck with a newspaper or something in his back pocket? With a baseball cap?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's just a cleanup guy.
Yes, well, I wonder, because that means that there was another person at the studios other than the 3 people that we already know of. Well, 5 people now, because we've
Then
got...
who discovered the body?
That is actually an interesting question. That hasn't actually been brought up yet.
Well, we need to know.
Well, why did he go to... Right, wait a minute. It was a run-through from 9 a.m. to lunch. Then the injury happened and they had to cut it short. Then they went to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Who are the first people that you think of when you're doing a rehearsal for a production?
Stagehand, actor... So other actor. But other actor was asleep.
Yes, well, here's the first person that I think of. The head honcho. The director.
So you think the director murdered him?
I think that there is quite a few people that we've not been told about. Because this is for a TV show, and it's a rehearsal. There'd be director, production assistants like Penny Nichols, there'd be victim, our client, and maybe even a few others, like a producer perhaps. Choreographer. No, that's cinematographer, although choreographers are for fight scenes, so that might actually be the case as well. There are literally at least another 3 odd people that could be added to the list of suspects that should be there and should be mentioned, but haven't been. So forgive me, the prosecution thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. See? He's got it right. Nothing's changed. Was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. Oh, okay. But there is still no one else that could have committed the crime. I call for a verdict of guilty. Oh, okay. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? Indeed, because, hello, there is another person who could have committed this crime. Yes, actually, there's a number of people who could have committed this crime.
Yeah, like Nigel Farage.
Nigel Farage. My buttocks are smooth, my mind is clear, vote UKIP.
Oh god, I'd rather hang myself.
But anyway, if you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalised. Well, at this very present moment, we have ourselves 2 choices. Let's have a look. The assistant girl, the grade school boy, the security lady. Do you want to know which one is the person that is the one that we can accuse at this point?
The assistant?
No. Do you want to know why?
Why?
She was clearing backdrops at the time, ergo she would not know that the victim had, our client, had gone and sprained his ankle, ergo she wouldn't be able to fake it if she stole the suit.
She wouldn't need to fake it.
Oh?
Those trousers were massively too long. Could you walk correctly in trousers that big?
Well, regardless of putting in common sense, because apparently this game is devoid of it, we've therefore got to assume that when the security lady states that it was dragging his leg, we must therefore believe that that is actually what it is. So by that logical process, even though it is fucking stupid, it leaves only one possibility, which is her. Stupid, yes, in common sense terms. But if we're to follow what this game does, which is bloody stupid.
Well then, you pick. It's not on my shoulders.
Yes, well. There you go. Wendy fucking old bag. Wendy old gobblecock.
Ew.
Oh. There you go. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Because they had been watching the action scene run through. Wait a second. She was at the run-through, which was from 9 a.m. to lunchtime, yet she actually appeared at 1 p.m.
So she could have deleted that photo.
Well, what actually worries me is the fact that she claims that she wasn't even at the studio, and yet she was. I was there at the run-through, which is 9 a.m. to lunchtime, but I didn't actually arrive at the studio until 1 p.m. Fuck's sake. Alzheimer's to the max. Indeed. so many logical plot holes.
God, why?
Is this true, fartbag? Gobblecock? I don't know. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. That is true. She could have briefly left her post to steal the samurai costume and then slipped into Studio 1. True that. Simple, Your Honour. Although, there is also a much easier way to go about this. Delete every single photo. No photo, no proof. Easy. Excellent deductive reasoning. It wasn't deductive reasoning, most of it was Sherlock Holmes 2.
Don't get your hopes up.
Kill yourself. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? He's got nothing to say. He wants this shit to happen. The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. They won't. I think Edgeworth doesn't actually care. Edgy boy, don't just sit there. Do something. Muttley! Do something! No. Let's press further. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag. Damn straight. That is actually a good question. No mention of motive has been made yet.
Nope.
Nope. You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Well, that's because no one's bothered to mention it yet. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy. We've already declared that that was bullshit. Even Edgeworth says that. Fuck's sake, woman. Stop trying to dig yourself out of this hole. Although chances are I don't believe for a second that Oldbag is the person who did it. She's a decrepit, disgusting old crone. Your thoughts? That boy is not the killer. Exactly. Oh, or is it nice to be the kids, nice to the kids and mean to your elders' day? I have proof. Damn straight. Also, question.
Yeah?
If that was the case, how on earth would the kid get his hands on the samurai spear?
It's in props, I guess?
But anyway, also, the spear itself. Fucking broken and fucking heavy, apparently. Your Honour, the murder weapon was the samurai spear. No, I don't think it was. A broken samurai spear? I don't believe for a moment. I think that... Also, wouldn't there be blood on it?
Yeah.
No blood.
It must have been a shotgun.
Either that or someone decided to go and drench it in bleach.
Rocks fall. He died.
The Windbag speechless. This has got to be a first. Woo! Right, this court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Miss Windy, what was her name? Wendy something Oldbag. No one actually remembers her name.
Something Oldbag.
Ms. Windy, what was her name again? Ms. something Oldbag. That was it. Something. Miss something. We'll look into this old bag before we continue. Right. That was easy. Oh, nope, nope. Running barking off the wrong tree, me. I don't fucking get it. I'm talking. Oh no. Oh great, stop the presses, the Windbag wants to talk. Yeah, what is this shit? Oh no, she's probably omitted something else. Hello? Not to talk about. I think I know what's going to be coming next. New suspects, director, people.
Yeah. The person who's paying her.
My lips were sealed. Watch this. There you go. Global Studios, therefore it was the management. There you go. So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios. Fucking called it. So there we have it. There was people there. There was the director and probably the producer and other people. The top brass.
So they wanted
to
get the show canned so they could get their money out of it.
Maybe. I mean, apparently this show, which I think is shit, by the way, is actually really popular.
And thus they will get a big payout if it gets canned.
Maybe. How so?
Insurance on it? Something? Did they recently take out insurance on it?
Nothing has been mentioned about insurance. Also, I'm not so sure if you can insure... Well, you could have life insurance, but...
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it would be more along the lines of something happened between whoever killed him and the victim.
No, but if someone has shareholds in the studio or the show, I think you can get reparations and things like that if the show gets canned, and you can get, insurance money back from it.
Maybe. Although there is actually one thing that that I actually remember. When we first met Old Bag, she spoke about what the victim, who looks fucking fabulous, by the way. There we are. He even mentions here, he was actually a former big-name action star. He was at the top of his game 5 years ago. But then something happened, apparently, and he ended up becoming,
2-bit.
2-bit, evil roles, the really shit roles that you could get. So, do you think it might be because of that?
I don't know.
Who cares? There's so many possibilities. Anyway, let's see what we have here. I'm calling it that it's the management. So you were told not to talk. No, I'm actually flapping my trap all the way through this fucking... There you go. Studio and TV bigwigs. Why didn't I hear about this? Because I was told not to talk about it. I don't even. But anyway, there were other plebs. And who were they? TV bigwigs. There you go. We have 2 new people. Fucking seriously? Even Edgeworth has failed to notice this until now.
Because he's a dingle fuck.
Indeed. Of course. I've only just remembered. There should be one for a run through. Duh. Fuck's sake. So where were these plebs anyway? The director was in the employee area all morning. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting. Where? In Studio 2. There was a Studio 2?
There was a Studio 2.
Question mark. Actual question mark. Apparently he can't read maps. Look, it's right there. Fucking great big bold letters too. Studio 2. Fuck's sake, Phoenix. I don't even. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Apparently that's the studio mascot called Mr. Monkey. I think I've already asked all my questions. Nah. We're done. We've got nothing else to say. We've already got 2 new suspects. The director and the producer, and some bigwigs. Yeah. Yet as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict. He has a point. Right. Ugh. Is he really that upset about it? Regardless, that is the end of this particular trial, and my god, how fucking stupid was it?
Oh dear.
We spent 4 to 5 testimonies, 3 of which were on a fucking photograph.
It could have been solved so easily.
I know. Look at that chest hair. Fuck's sake. Why do we even look out for these people? No one cares about them. Sniff. Indeed. But we're not doing that today. Fuck that. I'm gonna go for a nap. So now's my chance to get material. Some proper material instead of just one stolen photograph. Moron. Have we figured out just who it was? No.
It was you, Maya.
It was you, fucking weeaboo.
And you, Retro.
Oh, fuck.
And it was Wright too.
Oh, no. Fucking pantomime horse syndrome. Look, I was just buying time back there.
You just wanted a day off to sleep.
Indeed.
So it was a cult killing. Yeah. You have to understand.
We had a chicken, we had a duck, and it held a pull cue and battered the victim to death. He got impaled by a pull cue by his pet duck. Fuck's sake. Yes, we'll be back to visit you, although we won't enjoy doing it. Yes, to be continued, and not a moment too soon. Yes, let's save this shit.
I'm just quickly going to commit ritual suicide. Don't mind me.
You're going to commit seppuku.
I'm going to perform the act of the Steel Samurai.
Oh dear. If you can open up that. You're struggling, aren't you?
Fuck off, I've got short nails.
Well, so have I, so I use my teeth. But anyway.
Ugh, I don't want to break my teeth, thanks.
Oh, okay. But anyway, that was Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Part 2 of Turnabout Samurai. And what a clusterfuck it is.
A fustercluck indeed.
Indeed. I have no words that can describe how much disappointment I have in all this.
You really used to bark on about Ace Attorney, didn't you?
Oh, yes. But that was because I never actually played the bloody game, and it all appeared to be so mystical and delightful.
And now you've learned that it's really not.
Indeed, that was because when I actually learnt about these games, I was watching playthroughs by other people, so I didn't have to go and put as much thought into it as I had to do here. So, I ended up never actually, noticing the plot holes. And what fucking plot holes we have. So big. Just logic. Do you even? Common sense, do you even?
But anyway, let's move on.
Indeed. Time for the preview boxes. Top left, we have ourselves Professor Layton and the Curious Village, which of course is just as horrific as this game, except it's puzzles, and we're not even allowed to talk to anybody. It's always, "Hello, sir, could we talk?" No! Solve this puzzle! Solve me puzzles, dearie! Otherwise I'm not speaking to you. I mean, really, never have I met more standoffish people in my life, which is saying something.
I don't know. You do remember where we live, right?
But anyway, top right, we have ourselves 40 Winks, the bane of our lives. It is horrific.
Soon to be the bane of my life once again.
Oh, yes. Well, that is, of course, unless I decide to go and take over 40 Winks.
Fuck no, you're not.
Oh, you want to continue with the torture?
That's my red-headed stepchild that you're talking about.
Yes, and I was able to go and do the brunt of the shittiest levels. Oh, God. I'm actually feeling really...
You've got PTSD from it.
Actually, just thinking about it has actually made me a few shades sadder.
Oh, God, it's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening, yeah.
But you know what else is happening?
What?
Well, nothing on fucking Resident Evil, it seems, in the bottom left.
Indeed.
Because we're fucking stuck.
Yes, so stuck. We don't know what we're doing. We have blank books. We have empty water jars. Apparently, 13 plus 3 equals 16, and we're apparently to do this with water. And yet we don't know where the red shit is.
I don't know where the red, the green, the anything is.
Yes, there's nothing here. It is literally...
fucking gone!
It's basically the exact same as, 40 Winks. It's now got the chronic condition of never explaining anything.
Oh well, you know what doesn't need explaining?
What?
Crash Bandicoot in the bottom right, motherfucker!
Indeed, that's just trying not to die. With the amount of lives I ended up grinding before doing the last part.
Yeah. Didn't you have something like 90 lives?
Well, I started with 92, bumped it up to 100, and then found out that is the program maximum. 99 plus 0 equals 100 lives. And then it was from there I lost about 7. Plus, a few more to go and replenish over the course of 3 levels. Also, I met the mine boss that they have for their evil operation, who apparently loves twerking and has some damn fine pecs. A koala bear with pecs the size of Bournemouth.
What?
I know. I mean,
I couldn't have dreamed this up in an awful kind of fever dream.
Well, I mean, if you can actually right now, have a quick look, at part 7, and you will be able to see it. Second level that I end up going across is Koala Kong, and is basically huge biceps the size of Bournemouth koala bear, and does twerking every time he throws a boulder at you. It's fucking stupid.
This fever dream of a game needs to stop.
Indeed. But anyway, of course, it's time to go and end it here. Thank you very much once more for watching, and of course, from the both of us,
have a fucking awful evening, you horrible bastards.
and of course, from me, ta-ta.